I always felt an affinity with Bach's solo violin music. A lot of people forget, I think, that Bach was so active as a violinist. And he got his first job as a violinist. Bach, I find to be a very progressive composer, an active proponent of innovation. His use of chromaticism and his invention of line within harmony is really very imaginative, and I wonder how it was perceived in his time. I think actually he was quite out there. He was experimenting, very much like someone like Schoenberg. Most people think of Schoenberg as an academic composer, as a method composer, but I don't think either of them intended to be methodical. I think they were writing what they felt, and I think they were giving themselves structures so that they would be even freer to write. And the pure emotional nature of both of their music is often quite overlooked. Sometimes the most mathematical seeming music is actually the most liberating to play, because you have certain structures set out for you. You have the groundwork all clearly laid, and then you really have to be creative. You really have to invent something in your interpretation. I think technically Bach is definitely a touchstone, because you can't get away with faking it. You really have to do it all the way. I have to phrase each voice separately. It's one line that's not effective or not integral to the interpretation can really skew everything in the listener's ear. So it's tricky. But I have to think about these lines sort of converging and weaving in and out. It gives me a chance to dive beneath and really find the core elements that appeal to me, so that I can work with that and make it something very personal for me, and hopefully something very personal for the audience as well. I really feel like my job is to interpret it and pass it on. And I feel that back from them. When it's being received well, I do feel that, and it's a wonderful sort of reciprocal feeling. And it is magical. It's very meditative, actually, to play Bach to a crowd that's really listening.